think you know a little about vitamins? Well, I got a little something extra. In 1747, James Lind was a famous naval surgeon, and he discovered something that transformed the British Imperial Navy and caused them to be the greatest power in the world. It wasn't a new surgical technique. It wasn't a sharper scalpel. It was a lime. He discovered that if he gave limes to the sailors, they didn't develop scurvy. Scurvy was the scourge of the seas. It absolutely devastated crews all throughout the Navy, all throughout the world. So that when he discovered something that would stop scurvy, he changed the history of the British Empire. The one thing he didn't know, what was it about the lime that caused it to prevent scurvy? He didn't know. A short 150 years later, William Fletcher discovered another similar problem. In Asia, they used to polish rice so it would become white and very, very crisp and beautiful. Then they'd cook it, and that rice would become a delicacy that was deadly. People develop beriberi. Beriberi is a disease of the brain and the heart and the nerves, and it causes horrible death. And Fletcher looked at this and said, maybe there's something about that rice polishing that's causing a problem. So he took those polishings from the rice and fed it to people with beriberi. They got better and better and better and were completely cured. So instead of dying from this disease, these little bits of rice polishing saved their lives. That was a vital thing that he found. He called it thiamine, a vitamin, and that's where the name came from. Shortly after, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, vitamins A, B, C, D, E, all were discovered. Vitamin C was first synthesized in the lab in 1935, and since then, synthetic vitamins are commonly made. Don't necessarily recommend them, but they're out there. Then, as the vitamin sciences have developed and increased, we have multivitamins that contain a broad spectrum of multiple types of vitamins that are all healthful and helpful. Of course, the best way to get good vitamin content is from your food, but our food supplies have become increasingly poor as we polish the soils of their nutrients, just like that rice was polished. We can have as low as 10% of the normal vitamin content that should be in a food because of the processing of the soils. So organic food that's whole, that's minimally processed from your backyard if possible is the best. Add that to your diet and use supplements to complete the whole entire project. This whole food with a supplement will give you a balanced nutritional supply. If for some reason, in the very rare cases, you can't absorb a nutrient well or properly, you can get an injection, just like people get injections of B12, which I'm sure you've heard of. So whole foods, vitamin supplements, and any other needs that you have with injection will give you a complete balanced program of vitamins. And that's where vitamins came from. So take yours.